So May 2025, we went to Abilene, Kansas to visit a family friend. While we were there, we decided to take a ride on the Abilene and Smoky Valley Railroad. Have quite a bit of fun there on the caboose, riding in the cupola. I haven't either, that's why I wanted to do this. Hey! Hi! Hey!
Hi!
Hey! Well, I was just going to ask what your name was, so.
My name is Kane.
How long have you been doing this?
I started volunteering in December.
Okay,
So I'm still pretty new. But certified brakeman, so take care of the switches and moving the train around the cars. It's a lot of fun to be out here.
And everybody that works here is volunteer?
Yep, we have one full-time employee and one part-time. That's our president and our depot manager.
Okay.
And everyone else is volunteer. Lots of people have been volunteering since this started in the 90s.
Wow.
So.
Okay, that was my next question, when they started, so in the 90s. Train ride was a lot of fun. I'd never ridden in a caboose before or been in a cupola.
How cool is that?
And look, they put the little side bridge for the people that are walking and riding bikes and stuff.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Oh, now we're on it, the truss.
I thought it was just that.
I do.
You want up here?
No,
You
I'm
want
good.
up here, please? Look at all this storm debris. Look at all this flooding. Look at that.
Oh, wow, the logs and stuff.
Wow. That's crazy. Looking down on those poor peasants, you know.
Hey, boys. Yes. We got Mike.
Say hi.
There he is.
Oh.
Get the board and on and off.
Come on,
And
guys.
if you watch, there's people riding in the cab.
Come on, Mike.
Oh. So they'll go back and forth a couple times.
This was our erstwhile engineer. Guy said it gets pretty hot up there during the summertime. Kane, our caboose or brakeman, he was a lot of fun. We visited a grist mill that was part of the train trip.
I had more dad on for that conversation that we were having. So you didn't want me.
For dinner, we ate at a place called Legacy, Kansas. It's inside the Brookville Hotel. It's really done up, kind of old style, really, really neat looking place. Food was really good. Family style, you pick your meat and then all the entrees everybody shares. Inside the Brookville here. So inside there is where the restaurant is, but they also had some rooms made up in an old style. These are just for touring. You can't stay in these rooms, but grabbed a few pictures of those. We actually stayed right next door in the Holiday Inn Express, about 5-month-old hotel, great shape, really cool staff, had a great time in the lobby playing cards and games and such. And then we toured the Dwight Eisenhower Presidential Library and Museum. Got to learn quite a bit about his life as growing up, his time in the military, as well as, later on, of course, his presidency for 2 terms. Just a little bit of what I saw here and took pictures of. It was just such a great place. We spent 4 hours there, and I really needed even more time to really enjoy and appreciate everything that was there. I wanted this map in the video because it was so detailed, all the little road junctions and everything that they used. Um, like I said, just every time, every exhibit was just fantastic to look at and just read about, and that time that he was involved in and helped shape from the war all the way through his presidency. Um, really, his whole life, it was just very, very impressive. Of course, we wouldn't have the interstates without Dwight Eisenhower. Thank him for that. Had some great murals in the atrium when you first go into the museum portion, exhibiting the various points in his life and his career. The grounds were just absolutely beautiful. It was rainy. I wish we could have been there on a sunny day to really appreciate them, but the complex consists of multiple buildings, a gift shop, the museum, of course, his boyhood home that was moved there, the library itself. And as you can see here, as we swing around it, the chapel in which he and his wife Mamie are buried. So that's the library. We didn't go in there because we weren't researching anything. In the background's a train we rode the day before. A little further out there is the chapel, white building, and behind it, white building was his boyhood home. Behind it was a gift shop. There's the museum itself. And then up there at the back end, the pillars are just donors that help make it possible. Chapel, where he and Mamie are buried, is a really quiet, nice place of solitude. You can see here the crypts they've interred them in, and they're one of their children that died in their infancy. We also toured the U.S. Cavalry Museum at Fort Riley in Kansas, where the Big Red 1 1st Infantry Division is located. They had a cavalry museum there that we took a look through. We also, shortly on, you'll see the Big Red 1 Museum as well, as a few other attractions that they have there on post. A lot of beautiful artwork. A lot of history here that they have restored and saved, and share with the public. The museum is free to attend. You just have to be able to get on post. They do require real ID for access to the post. We had to go through that process when we got there. But then once we were there, move about on post as we want. Our time was there to spend at the museums and then to drop off our family friend who was stationed there, who we were up there to see. I love all these old paintings, of all the different things that they had out there, murals and just sculptures and all of this. Just what a time. I'm glad I didn't live in that time, but I just love to read about it and see the history from it, and just see how other people view it in their artwork and in their words. The base had a tank museum or armored vehicle museum outside, so we took a little tour of that. As you can see, it's raining while we're looking through there, but I'll let you watch this and listen to the rain sounds. Then we got into the 1st Infantry Division Museum. Got to spend some time there learning about the history from its inception in World War One up through its most recent operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. They had some interesting displays here, one of which is a series that you'll see in a bit, where they showed the changes over time of the soldiers, from the way they look and dress to their physical size even. This mural I found that was just, not mural, I apologize. This diorama was just amazing. Absolutely love this thing. I spent a lot of time here looking at all the detail, and I'll try to show you as we go through here what the some of the examples of the detail that they put in here. Of course, this is the assault on Omaha Beach by the Big Red One. As I mentioned, very detailed in what they put in here into this thing. Just very impressed with all the different aspects that they put in here with the explosions and, of course, the bodies and almost like a recreation. What was seen, different assault elements coming in at different points, reaching the wire and getting vehicles across. Flamethrowers, just like I said, it was. I could have spent even more time looking over this thing. It was just so impressive, the work that they had put into it. So here we'll see a series of pictures with our friend who's in the military right now. So we have him posing next to each of the different era soldiers, just to kind of get a feel for size differential and stuff. I'd say he's probably pretty common soldier size at this point. And brought him up to date and maybe just a little bit short by comparison. We also got to tour the Custer house where George Armstrong Custer lived whenever he was at Fort Riley. Just a really neat little period piece of how they were decorated and how they lived at that time. What's interesting is the other side of this is actually a duplex, and the other side is actually still used. All the buildings across in that area are duplexes for the most part, and they all house various officer level staff, colonels, majors, generals, and such, live in pretty much the same kinds of quarters that Custer did, just modern conveniences that Custer didn't have. Thought this chair right here was really uncomfortable looking, and must have been a keepsake more than something of use to them. And then as we're kind of getting ready to wind down here a little bit, we did take a little drive by the headquarters building for the 1st Infantry Division. So we got a nice look at that building and see where they all get to do their planning and preparation. And there we go.